What's up guys, it's that time again. I'm Hotwood319 and I'm on Xbox Too Much. Today we are going to be continuing with our F1 career mode. Obviously we had a bad race last time out at Baku, but we're going to look to bounce back from that now. We are at round 9, we are in Austria. Now as always on the way in, see we're not doing well, we're 8th in the championship, we're not doing well. Hamilton's up in 3rd. We need to improve, definitely need to improve. We do have a new upgrade on the car at this race, and as you can see on the way in, 95 AI, no flashbacks, part firm on, simulation damage, strict corner cutting, blah blah blah. As always, as we run it, we're making it difficult for ourselves, but this is what's making a more realistic championship. The only way I will restart session is if we crash on the first lap of the race. Aside from that, we go with however it comes out. We're going to hope to avoid damage this time out, even if it means not quite pushing as hard for the extra position in order to just sort of hold behind a car to make sure that I don't get damage and then look for a cleaner overtake. I'm going to have to start doing that as it's getting further into the season, because we're not performing the way we should be doing. We're not as high up the order as we should be, so I've got to do it. I've just got to. It's at that point. The engine's starting to get a little bit worn. We've been using the same 3 engine parts all throughout so far. The most worn always gets used for the practice sessions, and then the second most worn for the quali, third most worn for, and then the least worn for the race. We're going to start using a brand new engine parts as of this race. So for quali, we're still using some worn engine parts, but for the race, we're going to move to some brand new engine parts. Maybe the energy store won't be, but on other components, we're going to move brand new, and we're actually moving brand new control electronics as well for quali. So we're at 33% overall, where the gearbox is good. We're happy with the gearbox, 27%. We've got this race and then one more race weekend, and then we can put a new gearbox in the car anyway. So we're more than happy with the gearbox. That's fine. But we do have, as mentioned, we do have a new R&D on the car. Ferrari have just made their second improvement as well. We made an improvement, they made an improvement to sort of match up with us. But it is actually that we've just done the fuel injection system for a bit more power. Makes keeps us highly up there as the most powerful car on the grid. Ferrari running away as the best chassis, and Ferrari also with the best downforce package. So we do need to sort of improve there, but we're going to go into Q1. We're going to look to get a better, cleaner setup, have a better race than we have been doing. For some reason on the stream it's not actually saying what game I'm playing, so let me just, there we go, just add that in on the stream. I did add it in, but for some reason it didn't register when I added it in.
Thanks for joining us on
So let me just,
Saturday afternoon, where qualifying is about to start.
I just need to try and keep my hair out of the way. Right. So we're going into Q1, we are dry all the way through, and we are going to look to use the Super Soft in Q2 as well. We are on the new Towley tune, which is good for us because it's a nice steady tune. I can drive nice and stable with it. One of the great things about Towley, ERL Towley, do feel free to check out his tunes if you do play the game yourself. He is amazing for tunes. They are highly competitive, very fast tunes, but also very good for racing. They're not strictly leaderboard tunes. They're good with the tyres as well. That's one of the great things with them. You can put in really good times, but not have to worry over too much about tyre wear. They're good, consistent tunes, which I love. He is a wheel user, so they've tuned really well for the wheel as well. I'm a controller user, but they work. I made a slight adjustment to the camera at the last race, so I brought it forward just a little bit more. As you can see though, nice and smooth, a little bit wide on the exit of that turn there, but what we needed though. Good opening lap for Q1. A little bit narrow on the entry there into the final corner, but we are across the line in second. Only 7/1000ths of a second behind Hamilton's time. Hamilton's time was on the super soft, but we're happy with that. That'll do us. That gets us into Q2. No doubt that's going to get us into Q2, so I'm more than happy with that time. We'll just confirm this way to ensure that we don't start dropping down the order too much. Kimi only just goes and beats our time. The fact that Hamilton's done that time on the super soft is a really positive thing for the team. Vettel, where's he? He's currently sat in 8th place on the super soft. Hamilton's done a great job with that lap. Fair play. And there we go, we finish P3, so that gets us into Q2. Straight on into the second qualifying session. We're just going to jump straight to it, stick the super soft tyre on, and we are going to hope to get a fast enough time to be in Q3. We'll leave those extra laps for fueling, just in case we do need us to do 2 hot laps. We don't want to. Ideally, we want to do this in a single hot lap, get it out of the way, and then we don't put too much wear on the tyre. That's the whole point of using this tyre, is so we can start with a better strategy. So here we are now, opening the lap. That's nice around the first couple of corners. Through the first DRS zone into turn 3. It's a better exit than we got on in Q1. That's wide though there. We're wide through that left-hander. And wide again. We've got some time to make up. We've just not had the turn-in that we wanted there. We get a strong final corner and across the line, currently P1. Pull over nice and casual and return to garage. And hope that that is a good enough time to get us into the next qualifying session. It should be. Looking at that time, it should be enough to get us into Q3. We're a second faster than Kvyat, 1.5 faster than Sainz. Here come everyone else now. We're even a 10th faster than Hamilton. He's on the ultra soft. We're definitely into Q3. Nice and easy. There we go. That's what we wanted. We're in the top 10 shootout. Only Vettel and Raikkonen, and then Hamilton right at the end. Gill's quicker, but they're all going to start on the ultra soft tyre. We're obviously going to be starting on the super soft tyre now. So we're going to be starting on a slightly harder tyre compound. But that's going to help us come the race. That's, you know, if we can stay ahead of them nicely on that harder compound, and then they don't jump past us on the undercut, or even if they do get past us using the undercut in the race, and the fact that we'll then be going on to the ultra soft tyre, we'll be able to attack them at the end of the race. That's going to work out. We're going to get straight out now on a brand new set of ultra soft tyres. This is our first attempt for pole. We're looking now on going for that pole position. This is when everything matters. As far as qualifying is concerned, this is when it all counts. So, run down to first turn. Nice, and we get out just ahead of Vettel, who's just exiting the pit. Wasn't nice. That was not nice off that corner. This is not a pole lap. We take provisional P1, but a 108.001, that's not going to be enough to stay on pole. And we exceed track limits, so now we go a little bit naughty. We look to slightly hinder Vettel on the rest of this lap now. But on top of, as well as slightly hindering Vettel, it also gives us a chance to run in dirty air and see how this performs. But we are going to try and just stick with Vettel through the remainder of the lap. See if we can get close enough to actually affect his hot lap. He'll have another chance anyway, and it is a little bit naughty of us to do. Looks like we're actually dropping back from him though. So we bail out and pit in. We leave him to the remainder of that lap, and he does go fastest, so we didn't manage to hinder him at all. Which is, you know, in a way that's sort of good. We shouldn't really have been doing that. A little bit naughty of me to go for that and deliberately try and cause him a bit of an issue. But just due to the positioning at the time and, you know, the point that we lost it, it was a case of, well, we might as well try and have a bit of an effect on him. A little bit naughty, but, you know, sometimes you just got to go for it. We may have time here. You know what, we're getting straight out on this because we're going to have time to go for another hot lap here, come in, get a fresh set on, and get out for a third hot lap. I'm hoping we will anyway. We may just have time to do so. Try and get the time to do so. I'm actually going to drive. I'm going to drive my in lap and then drive my out lap. We're pushing now. This is us going for the pole on this lap. We're already up on our previous best time, that's good. Weren't the best couple of corners there, but we're still going for it. Oh, no, 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 bail, bail, bail. We'll bail that lap. We've invalidated it, so we've got to bail out that lap. Stick a fresh set on. We got a warning there for speeding in the pit lane. This has to be a fast turnaround now. We have to get a fresh set on and get straight out, and we're going to have to drive out as well. We're going to have to drive the opening lap and warm the tyres ourselves, I think. Depends how quickly we can get in and get these tyres changed. So we're currently P4, we've got improvements that we need to make. We had to bail out of that qualifying lap because I'd lost it. We had a small gain and then we just lost the time. Come on, get the blankets plugged in. Let me get changes made. There we go. Fresh set of tyres. Okay, keep an eye on that timer now. It is a short lap around here, which is good. Gonna look for, there we go, 2 minutes 14 remaining, and we get back out there. And now doing it this way, we should still get around in time. We've actually come out in traffic, that's not what we wanted, we're right behind Massa. So we've come out in traffic, but that's okay. We try and utilise that distant tow from Massa on the straights. We shouldn't actually jump onto the back of him to have it hinder us. Qualifying is complete, this is it, this is our lap. Showing improvement already. Wide again on that corner. That's much better though. Come on, we need to hold this now, these last couple of corners. And we move into P3. We actually move ahead of Hamilton with that lap, so we out-qualify our teammate. The Ferraris are still ahead of us. We didn't quite get hindered by Massa. We may have been ever so slightly helped with minor slipstream, but Vettel qualifies on pole, Raikkonen second, then it's the two Mercedes, us and then Hamilton, then it's the Red Bulls line astern, Verstappen and Ricciardo, then it's Massa in 7th, Ocon 8th with Perez in 9th and Kvyat rounding out the top 10. So that is qualifying over. We're going to progress into the race now. We're going to look to try and fight through from here. If we can get a good start and get ahead of the Ferraris, with the fact we're on the super soft tyre, that's the ideal. We need to sort of get ahead of them, affect them and stop them from running away whilst they're on the better tyre. If they get to run away on the better tyre, then we're really going to struggle to chase them down later in the race. So we do need to sort of get away. Our power isn't as much of a thing around this circuit because of where we are. Around Austria, it's more about whether you've got the downforce realistically, whether that's sort of the higher issue, having that downforce. So they've got the slightly better downforce package, the slightly better chassis. That's going to give them a slight advantage around here over us. But we're going to look to see if we can do something. What we are going to do as well is pick up a fresh bit of durability R&D, and it's actually going to be for. I was going to say for the ICE, but it's a bit thingy here because engine wears are getting high compared to everything else. Energy store's fine. The turbo is gets quite high, as does the heat. Yeah, see. 70, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. I don't know whether to take the additional durability on the engine or not. Do I believe we're going to have enough wear that it won't matter? Do we take better control electronics? No, because the control electronics aren't really affecting us. You know what? We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Maybe later in the season we might end up taking some. But, right, for the race, we are going with brand new engine. See, we've only put 3% of wear into the control electronics through qualifying. That's fine. We're going to use brand new engine here. So that is perfect. We're going to push as hard as we can with that. Because we were using quite a worn engine. So the fact we've not quite matched the Ferraris. We were on some worn engine parts. We had like 40% wear on the engine components. Or the majority of them. So We're going to hope now that with the fact we're changing over brand new engine components, we are starting from third, so it's not like we're starting really far down the grid. We've got the two Ferraris ahead of us. We weren't far off them anyway. Hopefully the new engine components now will allow us to close that gap in the race itself. And we're on a different strategy. We're going to increase the fuel. We're going to run heavy as we tend to. Right. This is what it all comes down to. Are we going to look for the outside on turn one, or are we going to try and throw it up the inside? With the fact it's Vettel and Raikkonen alongside each other, we're more than likely better going for the outside, but we'll see what plays out. Lights are out, we are away. Vettel gets a good start. We're chasing hard up behind. We hold on the outside, slight kick of oversteer, but we're good. We've kept with the Ferraris. Hamilton's dropped back and Raikkonen is attacking Vettel. Raikkonen has got through. Raikkonen is now in lead of the race. Vettel is running in second. We're right behind them in third. We go for the move on Vettel. Oh, have we made it? We're through. What a move. We're up into second place on Vettel. That is brilliant. Chasing after Raikkonen now. Hamilton's already on the back of Vettel. Raikkonen's already broke DRS. My God, Raikkonen is flying here. And Hamilton's past Vettel. Vettel might have an issue because we got past. He dropped from Raikkonen, dropped by us, and now Hamilton is through as well. I'm going to have to keep an eye on Hamilton. If he's faster than us at this stage of the race, I will have to let him go. We are on a slightly different strategy, so I don't want to hinder my teammate. So I've got, it's a safety car and I've got to try and catch up to the back of Raikkonen, but at the same time, I'm not allowed to overdo the delta. No point in taking a pit stop this early in the race. So I need that delta time to change that, my God. We are obviously running lean mix at the moment. Okay, so now there's no delta, we just have to catch up to the back of Raikkonen. This helps us with regards to tyres. Raikkonen's gone. He got a bit of a jump on us. And Hamilton stayed glued to our back end. We are back on rich mix now though. We're back to full racing speed. We've got a couple of laps on lean, and that's also going to ensure that we can hit our strategy regarding the tyres. Gives us an opportunity to try and stay that little bit closer to Raikkonen now. Raikkonen is still able to pull away from us through the higher downforce sections. But Hamilton's still running in second. Raikkonen's just going to set fastest lap. Oh, that's going to cost us. There's a warning. I need to make sure I'm not doing that. Go purple sector 1. We're trying to keep on the back of Raikkonen. We did obviously jump the corner to get that purple sector. Oh, we have contact with Raikkonen. This is more difficult now with this damage. We've done what we do every flaming race. And we've picked up that front wing damage. Vettel doesn't seem to have an issue because he's glued to the back of Hamilton. We would lose way too much time on a pit stop at the moment. We're not actually losing time on Raikkonen. We've done some damage to the front wing, but it's not having the size of effect I thought it would do. We do have to be careful there though, that's going to cost us. Hamilton through. It is costing us this front wing damage. Look at Hamilton straight on the back of Raikkonen though. These guys are going to be going onto the super soft tyre. We're going to be pitting onto the ultra soft when we pit. We might still have a chance here of getting some sort of result out of this, because we're not dropping back too far. There's a couple of the corners, this one especially, where it is costing us. So I'm just a little bit more careful through these corners. As you can see, we're able to just push the car enough. We've not got DRS this time. Vettel is going to go for the move. Hamilton is all over Raikkonen. He's going for it. Hamilton has got through. Hamilton into the lead of the race. We're still ahead of Vettel. Hamilton's already pulling away from Raikkonen. That's great from a team perspective. Oh, that messed up, that messed up. Come on, keep it. There we go. Vettel now primed to go for a move on us. Going to have DRS, he's got a good one out the corner. We're going to have to go defensive. I go to the inside slightly. Goes for the move on the outside. We hang him out wide. He's still there side by side with us. We take the inside on the hairpin and keep the position. We did run slightly wide as I was trying to check my mirrors to see quite whereabouts he was. We ran slightly, ever so slightly wide. Contemplating now whether to jump in now for a set of the soft tyre rather than the ultras and take a change of the wing. But I don't think that's the right way to go. We are of course still running rich mix. I think that's what's keeping us ahead of Vettel at the moment, is that rich mix. We have enough coming out of the corners that even in the DRS he can't keep close enough to us on the exit of the corners. We're going to stick on rich mix for now. We're comfortably over target. Let's keep on rich mix till we're only 3 laps above. Or do I want to even go? Do I not want? No, in fact, I'm going to go lower than that. Let's go between 2.5 and 3 laps over target before we drop to standard. We may end up just running rich most of the race, all of the race here. Hamilton's broke away from Raikkonen, which is excellent for the team. We're keeping Vettel behind whilst trying to chase down Raikkonen, but we do have that front wing damage from running behind Raikkonen earlier on in the race. I will admit, for a moment when we went past Raikkonen, we picked up that front wing damage, but I thought we may have given him a rear puncture due to the way he instantly dropped off the pace. Wasn't the case. Vettel has pitted. Oh crap, yeah, we're going straight onto the soft, aren't we? So we're going onto the soft tyre anyway. Telling it we want the wing change. Because we've not got the tyre advantage, so we want the wing change. So that we can attack as much as possible. Because at the moment I can feel that I'm limited by the car. Limited by the damage from what we're able to actually do. Hamilton's in the pit. As is Raikkonen. So we will be on fresher soft tyres when we come out, but they will get the undercut on us now, especially with us having the front wing damage. We're going to stick to the rich mix here. Pushing now to try and just get that bit extra. I think I'm actually going to go a lap more than I should be doing on these tyres. We want to ensure that we can push hard on that soft tyre. Driver behind. So we're doing this lap and then we are going to dive in. Box this lap. Given up any hope of the race victory. We would have had to come in early, change to the 2-stop and gone supers and ultras if we wanted to try and get the race victory after that damage. But to be honest, with the performance Lewis is putting in, I don't think that would have mattered. Aggressively into the pit lane, and here we go now for our single stop with the wing change. Raikkonen and Sainz are through. We've come out now behind Palmer. instantly through him with the fresh tyre and the new front wing. It feels like a brand new car. Got wave yellow flags, Kvyat is off. Back to racing again. Come on. We're up behind Verstappen. We're going to look for the move into the corner. And we've just got ourselves a DRS as well. We make the move. We open the DRS, that gets us the position. We're up into 7th. We're fighting through here. Keeping hold of some of that rich fuel mix. Now we're going to go for it. We're going to turn rich mix up. Turn the fuel up to chase down Ocon. Got to ensure that we don't pick up a penalty. And just 2 places ahead of Ocon we can see a Ferrari. That's got to be Vettel. So we're running rich mix. We've got Ocon and Perez just ahead of us. Back to standard mix now because we're close enough to be picking up the slipstream and the DRS. So we don't need the rich mix at this moment now. Perez looks to pit. That holds up Ocon through the penultimate corner. Gets us right on the back of him. That's a lovely exit of that corner as well. Ocon holds us off through the first corner. But now we run in here. We run deep. Slight wheel spin on the exit, then we open the DRS. And that's got us a position. Vettel now ahead of us in 4th place. Back to rich mix. Come on. Still plenty of time. We don't have the tyre advantage now. What we have is the additional fuel to run rich mix. And we have fresher tyres. So we do have a bit of a tyre advantage, but not much. We did that extra lap on the super softs so that we'd be in this position and we could attack as hard as possible. That's Vettel and Sainz that's ahead of us. New fastest lap of the race. There we go. Vettel knows he has to shift. Goes for the move on Sainz. Gets alongside him. We instantly go for Sainz ourselves. We're through. And we follow it straight away with the move on Vettel. Oh, what driving that is! What an amazing move that is! 2 cars on the run and then through a single corner. That is brilliant. Verstappen is out of the race. And we're up now into 3rd place. We're into a podium position. And we're ahead of our rival Sebastian Vettel. He's within DRS of us. So we do still have to break the DRS. With just 13 laps to go. Out of DRS range, 9.9 behind Raikkonen. We'd have to be catching him at a second a lap, and I don't think we're making that sort of a gain on him. Another new fastest lap of the race. We are doing what we can. Honestly, I don't believe there's enough left in the car to chase down Raikkonen for 2nd place. The fact that we've no longer got the advantage of just being able to bang it in rich mix for a few laps. Looks like we're gaining approximately half a second a lap. And that's just not enough. Do have some back markers. Depending on when we can meet up with them, that may help us with regards to picking up a bit of DRS. But once again, it's a race where we've been hindered by front wing damage. So 11 laps left. We're in the final part of the race now. Jumping onto the back of Stoffel van Dorn. He's already got blue flags, so I don't think we're going to catch him at a point where we'll get DRS. It looks like he's going to end up having to get out of the way before the DRS area. There he moves over. That was nicely done. We'll take that from him. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, we jumped the inside. Oh, that's lucky. Looks like we do have another back marker further up the track. But there's no way now we're going to catch Raikkonen. We're 9.2 behind him. We've just been given a 3-second penalty. Can't believe we picked a 3-second penalty there. We only just ran wide on the exit of the corner. So it looks like we're going to be in 3rd place once all is said and done. Coming round to lap one of the Sauber drivers. Not quite close enough yet to see who it is. It's Marcus Ericsson. The blue flags are waving for him. Should let us through on the run up to this corner. There we go by him just before the DRS activation as well. So we miss the DRS, but that's fine. We're clear of Vettel. Bit of a wobble on the back end there. We had to grab that and just fix it. We've got plenty of time over Vettel behind anyway, even with the 3-second penalty that we've been given. We've still got plenty of time to Vettel behind. We're not catching Raikkonen now. This is just a case of ticking off these final laps, ensuring that nothing really bad happens. And we'll come home in 3rd place with a nice little podium, which after DNFs in the last 2 races, I'm quite happy with picking up a podium this time out. It's a vast improvement on DNFs. We've had some really unlucky performances over the course of the season. This, you could say we were affected negatively by the wing damage, but it didn't have that much of an effect. There is then a counter argument that if it didn't affect us that much, how much faster would we have been without it? But as you can see, we've not really, I mean obviously the last couple of laps haven't been that nice, but even whilst we were lapping well, we was only outdoing Raikkonen by what, 2-3 tenths a lap, maybe 4 tenths a lap. So even pushing hard, we weren't really making gains on Raikkonen, not enough that we could have possibly looked at the lead. We do have the fastest lap of the race under our belt, but Hamilton, once he got into the front, has streaked clear. Now I just need to focus on these last 7 laps, just, well, 6 and a bit. I need to focus on these last few laps now, just stay in a nice, easy routine. That makes it look like I'm being blue flagged, but I'm not. That's whoever whichever back marker is behind me, I believe it's Ericsson, getting lapped by Vettel. Okay, lap 31 now. These are the final 6 laps. It has been an eventful race, but we're at a point in the race now where everyone sort of got spread out. We've got a nice big gap ahead of us and a nice big gap behind us. We do have a 3-second time penalty to be added at the end of the race. And yes, having to change the front wing as well on top of the damage that we had in that first stint has affected us. But the fact that we've been able to come back from that and get through into a comfortable 3rd position, I'm more than happy with. Now that could change things. They're expecting rain. First drops in the next couple of minutes. So we could have rain at the end of the race. I very much doubt it's going to warrant a tyre change. Do remember, if you want to watch any of the other races from this season, they are all on my YouTube channel. There is a little F1 2017 career mode folder within my YouTube. There's a playlist of videos and it's all of the races from my 2nd season in career mode. For those that aren't aware, my 1st season I started at Sauber. I did my 1st season off stream. I started at Sauber, was figuring out what difficulty I should be on as Hamilton goes and sets a new fastest lap. I was figuring out what difficulty I should be running on during my 1st season. Started at Sauber, moved to Red Bull halfway through the season, and then at the end of the season finished 2nd in the Drivers' Championship. Worked out I should be running on 95 AI and took a move to Mercedes. And then all of Season 2 with no flashbacks have been uploaded to YouTube. They've all been live streamed and they're all available. We have only picked up 1 win of the season. We've had a couple of bad results. We've had a couple where we were running really good and then things went wrong for us. One of the worst ones for that was Bahrain. I believe was it Bahrain or China? Yeah, Bahrain. Bahrain, we was actually running in 3rd place. We had Vettel leading, Raikkonen was 2nd. Vettel had issues, Raikkonen was coming past him for the lead, and Vettel spun out on the exit of the final corner. We didn't see it as we were coming through fast behind, and we've come around the corner and straight into Vettel, took a wheel off, and that was the end of our race. So that was a shame. That would have been us going past Vettel into 2nd, and we was lapping faster than Raikkonen at the time as well. So that was a podium and potential race victory that we lost there. It took until I believe it was Russia to pick up our 1st race of the season. We've had some good races. As I said, we have been plagued by front wing damage. That's been the real killer for us, is front wing damage. I keep running into the back of people when I'm riding behind them. I just can't quite get timings right, and we keep just, you know, slightly out braking ourselves on a corner into the back of someone, and it's costing us massively so far this season. But as I said, do check them all out. The YouTube channel is YouTube/Hopwood319. That's Hopwood319 is my YouTube channel. Link will be in the description below. Do also, if you are watching this played back on YouTube and you want to see these live, do check out twitch.tv/I'mOnXbox2much. That's where you will see me broadcast them live. Obviously after the broadcast I do put them up onto YouTube. Do feel free as well, if you are watching me live on Twitch currently, do feel free to comment. I do respond to comments. I run the stream alongside my laptop so that I can monitor the chat, and I will respond to anyone who comments in the chat. do remember as well, if you are the sort of person like me who plays multiple games and you want to get into competitive gaming for multiple different games, then do check out my sponsor. It's actually my own personal website. It's immensegl.com. That is Immense Gaming Leagues, immensegl.com. Link will be in the description below. We have Pro Clubs Leagues for FIFA, we have build guides and open world and DZ help for the division, as well as Rainbow Six Siege Leagues that we are looking at getting up and running within the next couple of weeks. So do check out immensegl.com. It's the new home of competitive gaming. We're trying to get as much as we can in one place. We are looking at the possibility of opening Call of Duty World War II leagues as well. So do remember, check it out. The link, as I said, will be in the description below. We're on the penultimate lap now. We've got one lap to go after this. We can see the rain is starting to come down. We've just got to keep it on circuit now. We've dropped back from Raikkonen, but that's not an issue. We are running slower than we were doing, but the weather is going to be a factor on that. But we are comfortably ahead of Vettel. We're 12.7 ahead of Vettel. That will of course be 9.7 once our 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits multiple times is added on. But we're on the final lap, comfortably in third place. Hamilton is looking to go and win, and we are coming round for a podium finish. So with damage early in the race on the first stint, it was the first couple of laps that we picked up the damage. To fight back, come back the way we have, we had an amazing double overtake where we got Sainz and Vettel between the first and second corners, and then we've ran away from Vettel in third place. And even after picking up damage, doing most of the first stint with front wing damage, and then taking a wing change at our one and only pit stop, I'm quite happy with the performance we've put in here. Hamilton wins the race. Well done to our teammate. We're getting a 1-3 for Mercedes. It's not quite the 1-2. We couldn't get up to Raikkonen, but that is not a problem. Raikkonen is across the line in second place. And we come out now of the final corner to make it a double podium finish for Mercedes. There we go, third place, we are on the podium. That is lovely, we're really happy about that. That was a cracking race around Austria. Really happy with that performance. Nice performance there. Puts us in much better stead in the championship. That's going to move us up. We finish ahead of Vettel as well, who is our title rival, our main rival at the moment.
So as I say,
so that's good.
Can see the drivers coming out now to collect their. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. It's a good.
So we finished comfortably in second place. We in third place. Sorry, Hamilton only just outdid us with regards to fastest lap. As we look at the standings, we move up now back into 7th place. We've moved 1 point ahead of Chico, 1 ahead of Sergio Perez. We start to chase down more towards the Red Bulls as well. We're only 4 behind Esteban Ocon, 100 behind Raikkonen. But in the Constructors, we actually move ahead of Red Bull as well now in the Constructors. We're 103 behind Ferrari. So that is not too bad. We're going to look to keep improving. Obviously this season we've not been improving the car as much. We've been looking at durability. We've had one engine upgrade go on the car, but aside from that it's been durability, and we're going to try and focus on actually making upgrades cheaper over this first season rather than upgrading the car itself. We're going to hope that the car itself can hold us in good enough stead that we can then push for the upgrades in the next season, which will be season 3 of the career. It will be our second season with Mercedes, when we're going to look to get those main upgrades in. So the rivalry update, Vettel is going to win the rivalry here. There we go, Vettel wins it on penalty free. So we lose that rivalry with no big issue about that. We didn't beat Hamilton, but we did outdo our session goal, so we move up in the team approval. We get a big chunk of reputation from Red Bull with 0 reputation with Ferrari. They don't like us at all. Don't know why, but they just really don't like us. Now what we will do, as always, let's have a quick look at the R&D. Yeah, it's not going to recommend any upgrades. They're all sort of, that's 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. They're too expensive. They're at 900s. And they're at 900s. Do we want to put some durability in now? We've got 704. Yeah, we're going to add some turbo durability. Turbo wear durability. We'll receive that at the next race, that's fine. That will come straight in, that's not a problem whatsoever. We will drop now onto the most worn parts. You'll see now how badly the engine goes. This is... because this is as we come to our most worn components. Ready for our next qualifying session. Ready for the next practice session, sorry. The engine will be 46% wear. Gearbox wise, we're looking really good. We've completed 5 out of 6 races on this gearbox and only at 33% wear. We're going to go to 7 out of 6 on this gearbox before we change, because that then, that gets us back on track then. So as we look now at our finishing positions, we have Silverstone up next. It is the halfway point of the season is up next. In fact, yeah, after the next race we will take the new engine, the new gearbox, but we're at the halfway point of the season next up. We are at Silverstone. So we do still need to improve our standings position, but we are getting there bit by bit. We are slowly improving. I've come out of the laptop and I need to stay into it because we are pushing on to the next weekend. We're not going to do that today though. That will be our next video. So do please come back. Silverstone will be our next race. Do please check us out there. As I mentioned, do please drop a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Follow me on Twitter, twitch.tv/I'm on Xbox Too Much. Do check out the sponsor as well. It's my own personal website, immensegl.com. FIFA leagues. As I said, Call of Duty, I'm hoping to get going soon. Rainbow Six Siege in the next couple of weeks. Division build guides on there already as well. But that is it from me for now. So until next time, I've been on Xbox Too Much, and I shall see you all later.